The transport ship drifted silently through the empty space between star systems, its engines powered down to minimal life support. Inside, Jack Miller huddled in the dark cargo hold, listening to the heavy footsteps of the boarding party as they searched the vessel. His crew was gone. Some escaped in pods, others not so fortunate. Jack was the last one left. The ship's captain, now reduced to hiding among crates of industrial polymers while aliens ransacked his vessel. The footsteps grew louder. Jack pressed himself deeper into the shadows as the cargo bay doors slid open with a hydraulic hiss. Lights spilled across the floor as three tall, armored figures entered. Their bodies were covered in chitinous plates that gleamed under the harsh lights, and their forearms each carried different scanning devices and weapons. "Life sign detected," one said, its voice a strange mixture of clicks and humming that their translation device rendered into flat, emotionless speech. "Single human biosignature." "Careful," another warned. "Humans are unpredictable." Jack considered his options. Running was pointless. Fighting seemed equally futile. An alien stood nearly 7 feet tall, with natural armor and multiple limbs. He was unarmed, at least in the traditional sense. He stepped out of the shadows, hands raised. "I surrender." The aliens turned toward him, weapons raised. They studied him with multifaceted eyes that reflected the cargo bay lights like kaleidoscopes. "Human male," the leader observed. "No visible weapons." The second alien circled behind Jack, scanning him with a handheld device. "No energy signatures, no projectile weapons, no explosive compounds." The third alien stepped closer, looming over Jack. "You surrendered quickly. Wise choice. Your species is physically inferior. No exoskeleton. Limited visual spectrum. Fragile bones." Jack kept his expression neutral. These weren't the first aliens to underestimate humans based on biology alone. "What do you want with my ship?" "Resources," the leader replied. "As specimens. The collective studies all spacefaring species." "I'm not a specimen," Jack said. The alien made a sound that might have been laughter. "You have no say in the matter. You are alone, unarmed, and outmatched." Jack's hand moved slowly toward his waist. "About that." The movement caught the alien's attention. All three focused on his midsection, weapons aimed. "What is that device?" the leader demanded, indicating Jack's belt. To alien eyes, it must have looked unremarkable. A simple black band with small compartments that humans had worn in various forms for thousands of years. This particular belt, however, was standard issue for deep space captains. "Just a belt," Jack said. "Holds my pants up." The alien behind him made a dismissive sound. "Primitive clothing fastener." The leader wasn't convinced. Its scanning device focused on the belt. Material composition unknown. Internal structure detected. Jack smiled slightly, observant of you. With practiced precision, Jack's thumb pressed against a seemingly decorative notch on the belt buckle. A pulse of electromagnetic energy erupted outward, temporarily disabling the aliens' weapons and communication devices. Before they could react, Jack pressed another hidden switch. The belt unfolded with liquid precision, nanomaterials flowing out and around his body like quicksilver. Within seconds, he was encased in a lightweight exosuit that amplified his strength and speed. The aliens recoiled in surprise. "Human technology," the leader hissed. "Deceptive." Jack's now augmented fist struck with the force of a hydraulic piston, sending the nearest alien sprawling. "We evolved without natural armor or claws," he explained casually, "so we had to get creative." The second alien lunged at him with all four arms extended. Jack's exosuit responded instantly, calculating trajectories and amplifying his reflexes. He sidestepped the attack and delivered a precise strike to a joint between armor plates. The alien crumpled, momentarily paralyzed. "You were assessed as harmless," it chittered in confusion. "Common mistake," Jack replied, already moving toward the leader. The leader backed away, frantically trying to reactivate its weapon. "This violates all predictions about human capability." Jack advanced steadily. "That's because you focused on what we lack naturally, rather than what we've built to compensate." The exosuit allowed Jack to move with inhuman speed, crossing the distance between them before the alien could retreat. He didn't strike immediately. I'll offer you the same choice you gave me, Jack said. Surrender. The alien hesitated, then slowly lowered its disabled weapon. Extraordinary adaptation. Within minutes, Jack had secured all 3 aliens in the ship's holding cell, originally designed to transport criminal passengers when necessary. He then accessed the ship's communication system. "This is Captain Jack Miller of Earth Transport Ship Horizon." He broadcast on all frequencies. "To the alien vessel currently attached to my ship, your boarding party has been contained. I'm prepared to negotiate their release." The response was immediate. The alien ship's commander appeared on screen, nearly identical to the boarding party, but with elaborate markings on its exoskeleton. "How did one human overpower 3 warriors?" the commander demanded. Jack gestured to his belt, now retracted back to its unassuming form. "Human ingenuity. We've learned to hide our strengths." After tense negotiations, an agreement was reached. The aliens would withdraw completely in exchange for their boarding party. Before disconnecting, the alien commander delivered a final message. "We underestimated your species based on physical attributes," it acknowledged. "A significant tactical error. The collective will revise its assessment of humans." Jack smiled. "Tell them to pay special attention to our accessories." As the alien ship detached and disappeared into the darkness of space, Jack began the process of restoring the transport systems. He activated the emergency beacon to recall the escape pods containing the surviving crew. Its hand rested briefly on his belt, one of humanity's greatest defensive innovations. To most aliens, human technology appeared primitive or simplistic at first glance. They expected weapons to look threatening, to be displayed prominently as a deterrent. They rarely understood humanity's long history of concealing deadly tools in ordinary objects. The ship's computer chimed, indicating the first escape pod was returning. Jack straightened his uniform and prepared to welcome his crew back aboard. The encounter would make an interesting addition to the growing database of first contact situations. Another species had learned the hard way that humans might have evolved without natural weapons, but they had perfected artificial ones, and the wisdom to keep them hidden until absolutely necessary.